Subhanallah, walhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, students? Hope you all are fine, safe and secure at your home. Your science teacher is back with chapter 5, force and work. Students, do you know what do you mean by force? Force is nothing but a push or a pull. What is force? Force is a push or a pull is defined as force. And what do you mean by work? Okay, in normal use we say work as cleaning, writing, reading and cooking. All these are called work. Okay, but in science work is using of force to an object. Okay, what is force? A push or a pull is called force, and using of that force to an object is called work. Clear? And have you seen a door in which it is written push and from inside it is written pull? Okay, have you seen? What happens when you push? Okay, force is applied there. Okay, when you push the door, the force is applied, and when you pull the door, force is applied. Okay, and when the force is applied in the same direction as its movement, okay, the moving body moves faster. When the force is applied in the same direction as its movement, the moving body moves faster. For this, I will give you an example of football and its player. Okay, have you seen football players? What happens? They kick the ball. Yes, they kick the ball and ball will be moving. Okay, force is applied and ball will be moving. And when the player kicks again, if the ball is moving forward, okay, ball is moving forward, and if the player kicks from this side in the same direction as the ball is moving, what happens? The ball will move fast. Have you seen this? The force applied on a ball, when it is moving in the same direction, the ball moves faster. And when the force is applied on the opposite direction, it makes the moving body stop or slow down. Okay, like goalkeeper. For this, I'll take an example of goalkeeper. What does the goalkeeper do? He catches the ball. Okay, he applies force from the opposite direction. A player, he kicks the ball from this direction and the ball moves faster, and at that time goalkeeper, what he does? He applies force in the opposite direction, and at that time what happens? It slows down the ball or it stops. The movement of the ball will stop there. In this I will tell you, like, you know what I told? The force applied in the same direction as its movement, the moving body moves faster, and the force applied in the opposite direction, the moving body slows down or it stops. Clear? And next we will move to types of forces. We will see how many types of forces there, like gravitational force, muscular force, elastic force, magnetic force and mechanical force. Students, will move to gravitational force. What do you mean by gravitational force? Do you know? See, I am holding a chalk piece. Can you see a chalk piece? Which color? Yellow color. Okay, I am holding a chalk piece. I'll throw this upside. Did it stay upside? No. Where did it go? It fell down. Why? Because earth attracted it. What is written here? Pulling object towards it. Gravitational forces pulling object towards it, like earth has got a gravity or a force called gravitational force. When we throw an object in the air, it falls down. Okay, like I threw a chalk piece upside, it fell down because earth has got certain gravity. Have you seen an astronaut? Yes, in TV or phone, anywhere, astronaut is what they wear. They kind of suit they wear, and they keep floating. Have you seen? They keep floating because they don't have gravitational force in space. Okay, there is no gravitational force, so they wear heavy shoes and they walk step by step because there is no gravity. Okay, it is called zero gravity, and when there is gravitational force, it helps us to walk easily, climb easily. Okay, and next is muscular force. Muscular force is produced by muscles. When we put our muscle energy or when we put our muscle force, we call it muscular force. Okay, like have you seen people kneading a dough? Have you seen your parents or mother kneading a dough? Yes, what happens? They put their muscle energy or they put the muscle force to knead a dough. At that time we call it as muscular force. Okay, force applied through muscle or produced by muscle is called muscular force. Next is elastic force. Elastic force is produced by flexible materials like elastic, rubber bands. Okay, what happens when we pull it? Okay, when we pull it or push it, it stretches. Okay, when we pull or push it, it stretches, and when we release it, it comes back to its original shape. This kind of material is called elastic. Okay, have you seen bow and arrow? Bow and arrow, what they do? They hold the bow and they keep an arrow to an elastic or a kind of rubber. Okay, they pull the arrow. When they pull, what happens? Elastic stretches there and they release. When they release it, the arrow will fly away. Okay, or else it moves. This kind of force is called elastic force. The force is applied there. Okay, they pull it and they release. At that time we call it as elastic force. And next is magnetic force. Magnetic force is exerted by magnets. Have you seen magnets? Yes. Yes. What do? They attract each other and they come along each other. They also attract metals. Okay, and the force extracted from magnets itself is called magnetic force. And next is mechanical force. Mechanical force is that force that changes the state of an object. Changing the state of an object means, when the object is at rest, we apply force and it starts moving, and if the object is moving, we apply force and it stops. It means changing the state of object. If it is at rest, we apply force and it starts moving, and when it is moving, we apply force and it stops, like in the swing. When we push the swing, what happens? It starts moving. Okay, moving. Sometimes this mechanical force for swing might be taken from air also. Okay, sometimes air or wind blows, that time we start swinging. Clear? Mechanical force is clear. What did we study? Gravitational force. Anything pulling object towards it is called gravitational force. Muscular force is produced by muscles, and elastic force produced by flexible materials, and magnetic force is exerted by magnets, and mechanical force that changes state of an object. Now next we will move on to machines. Have you heard the word machine? Have you heard the word machine? Okay, machines is nothing but those objects which makes our work easier, simpler and faster, and it also reduces our efforts and also reduces the energy we put into it. Okay, it helps, it makes our life easy. What are machines? Machines are those objects which makes our work easier, simpler and faster, and it also reduces our effort and energy, and it makes our life easy. Okay, simple machines. There are some simple machines which follow basic principle and are made up of simple structure. Okay, which are the simple machines which we use at home? Can you guess? Simple machines which we use at home? They are nail cutters, knife, okay, scissors. All these are simple machines which we use in our daily life. Can you see some of the drawings here? Okay, what is this? Lever. Have you heard about lever? Okay, lever is nothing but an object or a kind of mechanism or a simple machine which is used to lift loads. Okay, here you can see load is here, okay, and there is a iron rod, okay, and force is applied from this side, opposite direction. Have you seen seesaw in the park? Yes, imagine seesaw, okay. From one side there will be load and from the other end force is applied and that load is lifted. Okay, it is very difficult to lift heavy loads. So that time what they do? They use iron rod. They keep something in the between, like you can say a log or a stone. Okay, any object they keep in between and they lift the load from other side. How? They put force on this side and from the other side load will be lifted. And next is pulley. Pulley is that simple machine which is used from earlier days. Okay, people have invented it from what to tell, very beginning. Okay, what does the pulley do? Pulley lifts the heavy load which is below, like you might have seen this in the wells most of the times, to lift the water from the well. It is very difficult to lift the things upwards. Okay, when there is gravitational force, to lift the things from below and to lift it upwards, it is very difficult. So people use pulley. Okay, when the force is applied from the other end, okay, when we hold the rope and force is applied, in the sense we pull it. When we pull the rope, what happens? The load comes up, like the water will come up. Okay, this is one simple machine which is used in olden days also. Okay, and next is screw. Screw is very simple, as you all have seen. Screw, it is kind of inclined plane only. Okay, it moves upward. It makes our life easy. And next is inclined plane. Do you know what is inclined plane? Okay, inclined plane is nothing but a slope. Okay, here you can see a slope. Yes, a slope attached to another thing to move an object. Okay, through slope, if there is a slope, it is very easy to move the object. Like, have you seen the slope in the hospitals or malls? Okay, to carry strollers and wheelchairs and all. In hospitals they carry patients in wheelchairs. When there is slope, okay, inclined plane, they can carry the wheelchair upward and downward very easily. But to lift that patient through stairs is very difficult, no? So they use inclined planes. Is that clear? What is inclined plane? We find it in, most of the time we find it in hospitals, and even to shift the object from one place to another we use inclined planes. And next is wedge. Can you see a drawing here? Wedge. Wedge is a small or a simple machine that is used in olden days. That was used in olden days to cut the tree. Okay, cut the tree apart. Even now it is used. Okay, next is wheel and axle. Do you know about wheel? Wheel was the first invention of human being. Human beings invented wheel very first, okay, at the beginning, and they used to do pottery and for various things, and it helps us to move from one place to another. Do you agree with me? Yes. And wheel and axle, Okay, this is wheel, and the rod in between connecting two wheels is called axle. Okay, when the axle turns, the wheel moves forward, and this helps the vehicle to move. Understood? What is wheel and axle? The between or the connecting rod of two wheels is called axle. Okay, and when the axle moves, wheel helps in movement of the vehicle. Wheel will move forward. Okay, now is that clear? What did I teach you today? We studied force and work. What is force? Force is a push or pull, and using force on any object is called work. Okay, and I told you another thing. When force is applied in the same direction, the object moves forward or faster, and when the force is applied in the opposite direction, it makes the object slow down or stop. Next is types of forces. There are various types of forces. Gravitational force, pulling object towards it. Muscular force, produced by muscles, and elastic force, produced by flexible materials. Magnetic force, force exerted by magnets, and mechanical force, force that changes state of an object. And next is machines. Machines are those devices which makes our life easy, like it makes our work easier, simpler and faster, and it makes our efforts very low. Okay, we need not put more effort on it. And next is simple machines. Simple machines are those devices which are made up of simple structure, and it follows basic principles like lever, pulley, screw, inclined plane, wedge, wheel and axle. I hope you all have understood what I taught you today. Thank you.
Subhanallah, walhamdulillah.